everyone.
Yeah, hi. So today is part 10
of the magical E30 M3 build.
And finally, after many years,
yeah, 2.5 years, maybe 3 years.
Far too long.
We press a button and we actually start this thing.
So enjoy.
Got 50 WT race redline oil, which is fully synthetic, and I think what makes it race, Craig, is loads of zinc in it, I think. So that should be awesome at protecting the engine. And then they also do and then they do, which I didn't realise,
which?
Haribos.
Yes.
For me, I'll do the work. You're fat enough.
So in here, I think we've got some for the diff, 75W140 for the diff, which is similar to the Castrol that we've put in it, the Syntrax, but this is supposed to be very good. We've used Redline stuff in our differentials for years. We've sold it for years as well. And then they actually do a specific one that's for the DCT gearbox, which I wasn't aware that you could get. I thought, you know, you might have to just go with the BMW OEM oil, but yeah, it'll be excellent. Get that loaded up, and hopefully it is then well lubricated.
Are you going to swap the oil out in the diff, or just run as it is for now?
I'll run it in on the Castrol in there at the moment. I think the Castrol's really good as well, but we supply Redline oil, so we might as well use what we sell.
You're very colour coordinated today.
This is you.
I know, it's me.
Done. Easy open seal.
All you need is a stabber. Yeah.
Is this when it's going to go all over you?
There we go, I've got it. Easy open, just like a milk bottle. Oh wow, this looks gross.
What's it smell like?
Why are you obsessed with smelling of it? It does smell weird. Smell that. It smells oily. It smells fruity.
Some oil will have.
Oh, it's green. Send it back. I'm not having green oil in my blue car.
Trolling you. So because you've got the engine and you've also got the oil coolers and all the hoses, it's going to take a lot.
We've reduced the size of the sump a little bit, so we've got a oral dipstick rather than the sensor in this engine, so we'll be able to tell. But yeah, it's going to take 8 litres, I would have thought.
Yeah, maybe
the oil cooler lines. And that, you know, depends whether there's any leaking out of the bottom already. Because this is the first time we've put oil in it since we've done all of the work. So we did the sump about 2 years ago, didn't we? About a year and a half ago.
And welding sumps is horrible.
Yeah.
So they've had oil in them, always contaminated. It's a pretty miserable job. Yeah. So if it leaks, I'll be very, very sad.
Yeah, because it's not the easiest thing to take off.
Have you ever had this engine running?
No. No, never ever.
And Gaz turned up yesterday with the cover.
I went to see him, it looks badass.
He sent me a picture last night.
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah. Like, he still isn't finished, but I need to remember to take the trumpets to him today because he needs to kind of bond it all together, doesn't he? I'm not doing very well at this easy open Milwaukee.
Is the list getting smaller?
Yeah, definitely, but the problem is at this stage is it kind of gets to the more complex stuff, the fine details, so you don't see massive things changing. It's really hard to.
We spent 2 days wiring, you know, stuff in the dash that looks no different to it did. You know, 2 days
and it's real boring stuff. It's for,
like wiring heaters and stoplights and you know, cold air vents and stuff in, which is boring. But
nobody cares about that crap, but you need it in a car, and especially in a car that we plan to make road legal. So
and there's not there's not a wire in the car for any of this, so we have to run everything new and plan it out and work out where you want stuff and get the right plugs.
And we're just trying to, as best as possible, be completely ready for Gareth to turn up again, so that, you know, we're as close as possible to hitting that start button and then firing up.
We have a start button, Mitch.
Oh.
Yeah. Have you seen the poshness that we've made?
Yeah,
Go in that door.
Go in the door.
In the door. So we have a carbon fibre switch panel.
Oh, very fancy.
So start button,
Yeah.
hot blower, cold blower, and then we're going to have the ABS and sensors and that in here as well. And
Force controller in there.
Yeah,
and then at the back we're going to have an armrest and the phone holder.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether you're joking or not.
No,
you need
it's
somewhere to put your phone.
Fine.
Everyone has their phone on them, don't they? So I need somewhere to put it.
We've got a lot, you know, the CarTech unit's now wired in for the switch panels. So that's the main solenoid.
So this isn't the personal wheel that we're going. We're going with this design, but we're getting a custom one made by Nardi. So we'll show you that soon. So yeah, it's not staying yellow at all.
Yellow's cool, but yeah, we've got a custom special edition one made for with Driftworks on it, haven't we?
Yep, very fancy.
We are one of the biggest Nardi personal dealers in the world.
In the world.
So we get to make choices like that.
So, close this door. You got a hot and cold blower.
Yeah.
How hot do you predict you're going to get in this car?
Pretty damn hot. And I haven't got aircon.
No, because I know we've spoken about it over beers and food many late nights after drifting, and you've always said the next drift car you make will have aircon.
Yeah.
Why have you not put aircon in this? For weight?
It's weight, and it's just not that easy. It's the issue. It'd be potentially a little bit easier in a drift car where we usually run the radiators in the back. But yeah, we'll see what it's like. I'm going to try and do some cold air feed stuff, like I've done in the past, where you can just put a big fan basically blowing cold air on you as long as it comes from somewhere cold, like the front of the car. That's usually an issue in the drift cars because that then puts you in the smoke trail of the car that you're following.
Oh, okay.
So you're pulling smoke into the car, so that's a real big problem, and you have to run like really excessive filters and everything like that. But this should hopefully just be able to have a relatively nice cold air feed, maybe even from somewhere at the front of the car, and pull into that fan.
And if you're in a track car, you tend to be doing a lot higher speed. You know, you can get a little bit of ventilation gets the car easily.
No, okay.
You know, you're not sat there high RPM at slow speed and then do 200 and stop in the pits where then you just cook. You know, most of it's actually still driving.
Yeah.
What's the exhaust looking like? Because I know with the R32 you always had issues with the downpipe and elbow melting your shoes.
Yeah, so this is it's a relatively small system, so it's twin 2.5, and then as soon as possible, well, say as soon as possible, kind of at the end of where the bit of the transmission tunnel starts there, where you see that carbon fibre air box thing that we've used for the switches. It's going to turn into a single 3.5-inch pipe, but we've got some quite tight turns to get it over the beam and everything like that. So it's going to be close to the floor, and that's why we've got those heat protection products, because that's really the only way to stop it radiating into you. And like you say, I have had cars, that the R32 being one of them, where after a couple of intense battles we've I've had my shoes stuck to the floor of the car.
Yeah.
They've melted that badly. So yeah, hopefully that won't happen in this. And we might be about to start it. Noises. So yeah, we've actually turned over the engine enough to get oil pressure. So that's all good. Set the level on that as well.
We have a starter motor.
And we checked the fuel system as well.
Yeah.
We found one leak.
One leak?
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
We were expecting issues like small leaks.
Yeah.
Well,
Set the fuel pressure as well.
it's the first time I've actually managed to have pressure up on the system and all that, so...
And as you can hear, it turns over pretty lively.
This has got no exhaust on currently, is it? It's just come out the middle.
It's going to be loud.
There's no silence.
What's your microphone settings like?
Good.
Is it turned on?
Ah.
This is so exciting. I'm going to doppel film.
Doppel film?
Yeah.
Are you excited? Where's your camera?
I don't need
He's done
it.
this many times.
Yeah.
Do you not get excited about little things like
Nervous.
this? Nervous.
Well, he's got to fix it if it's wrong.
Well, that's very true. Just chuck the other one in.
Well, yeah. And that's 2 days' work.
We should all be doing for free.
Try again, Sam.
Good now.
That was me.
Wow.
There we go.
Yes!
Let's drive it
I think
out.
that's the second time I've shouted that this week, really, in the space of 7 days.
That wasn't big or small. That the Porsche turned up, or that wouldn't.
Oh, awesome.
Sounds sweet.
Yeah, it's very hard to tell with the exhaust off.
Yeah.
So to listen.
It's a little bit deafening.
But you had good oil pressure. You had 6 bar of oil pressure, cold, and 5 bar of fuel pressure. Sorry.
Well, there we go.
That's
Not
it
had
started.
a bad 7 days, really, have you?
Oh, it's been pretty good, pretty decent, yeah. Porsche delivery and then starting this. It's like buses, they all arrive at once. Loads of stress, waiting, and then bang, sorted.
Good.
We have drive.
How excited are you?
Kind of moved, so pretty good.
Do you know what it sounds like?
Not like this, don't worry.
But it sounds like an LS with a big lumpy cam in it.
This is a sophisticated engine, I'll have you know. Yeah, just because we've got no silencer on it sounds awful. So yeah, it will be fixed. This is this is the silencer for it. There.
Like, I am stupid, but I'm surprised by how much...
A V8 sounds like a V8.
No, but as soon as you take off the exhaust system, how... I was expecting it to sound the same but louder.
Right, that's kind of what it does sound like.
I can't remember your E90 sounding like this.
My E90 was it was quite loud but very smooth. So yeah, that's what this will hopefully be, because it's into one silencer as well. It should be quite a smooth sound.
Is this still got is it twin exit still? So is it?
No, it's just about gone into one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's not really doing much, but the silencer just is what makes it sound awful.
Cool. So how are the guys getting on then? Have we got drive then? Craig was just saying.
Yeah, we just had to put more oil in the DCT system, and they've just checked the gears now, and that's working. So trying to get the dash working as well, but we're missing a cable, so we're having to make a USB connection cable for it, I think. Yeah, all fun.
Late night?
Well, 4:20. Depends what you consider late.
Well, I mean, I don't mean you finishing now, but will you be finishing late?
You're asking the wrong person.
Guess you're here for however long it
Here
takes.
for as long as we need to be.
Where are we setting up the telly?
For
England, Tunisia.
oh, for Christ's sake. Football. Yeah, so thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Obviously there's lots of parts to the series of this build, and we'll continue to do more as we go along, so make sure you're subscribed if you want to check out more.
And any questions, drop them in the comments below and we'll be happy to answer. So thank you for watching.
Cheers.